What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be going over a money play found in the pistol bunch tight end. We're in the Saints offensive playbook. Usually I'm out on the field right now already, but this is something I need to tell you guys before we get down there. You need to make this adjustment beforehand. First off, if you're not using the Patriots, you need to be using the Saints for this play to be working. The Patriots and the Saints are personally my favorite teams to play with because they have hot route abilities on them. Michael Thomas, for example, we can put him on a corner route, we can put him on a post route. He's always going to be in the slot. So that's really the only adjustment you have to make. Whoever was in the slot at that point, then you just slap him to the outside receiver. We just need somebody that can have corners and posts right there instead. Then we're going to go ahead, choose curl flat. One thing I failed to mention also is Alvin Kamara. This is going to be a big benefit also. You can put him on a table route. You can put him on a ghost route. You'll put him on a wheel route. If you guys go with the Patriots, on the other hand, just put those guys on a wheel route, put your running back on a wheel route, and they'll still do effectively pretty much do the same thing as if we're going to put them on a table route. So curl flat. Let's just start into cover three, and we're kind of going to see how these hook curls play. Sometimes we play this curl route pretty good. Other times they'll play the post route a little more aggressively. But the setup for this is, again, if you don't have a running back that you can put on a table route, you can wheel route it. I would put him on a table route. So you go and put him on what is called a flat, which is going to change him into a table. So in a cover three, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We pretty much got a crap ton of reads. Everybody's going to be a read. It kind of depends on what your opponent's doing as far as shading. If they shade underneath, Michael Thomas is going to be open over the top. Cook's always going to be open. If they put a clop out over there, it's a one-play touchdown they just gave up you. He's always going to be an option. Smith will be an option depending on how the CPU plays it or even how the user plays it. If they completely ignore it, then you're going to have it pretty quickly. If they leave a cover three sky stock without shading, Ted Ginn Jr. is going to be open on that out route. Now, if they shade underneath, he's obviously not going to be option because that's going to be a hard flat. So right here, cover three sky ran stock. Let's see how this plays. You can see right there, we got that post route. Now that post route, after really bad timing, it's a really tight window. You have to throw it actually pretty early to get it to fit in, and you can easily get it in if you get the timing right. So the window is between both middle linebackers. You've got to throw it right when he's about to break to the inside. So let's try that again. Right here, bam, dot. It's really that easy. It is one of the more difficult reads to make because if you are late, as you saw earlier, you're going to get picked off very easily. Now, on the other hand, we've got our tight end running a corner route. This corner route will not be guarded by an outside third. It will not be guarded by a claw flat, soft squat, hard flat, outside or deep half, outside quarter. It's pretty much an unguardable route. They have to do a couple different adjustments to stop that. So right here, Dalvin Cook or whoever that guy is, dot. Possession catch. If you route catch it, you're bound to get a hit stick and drop it. So I try to play it safe and just always take my yards instead of trying to get some rack yards and running downfield. So again, this is a really basic cover three. You've got your out route as well. It's going to be open immediately. Dot for a gain of about 4 yards. 4 yards, you can take your checkdowns all day, every day. Your table route can be a little tricky. You can see right there, we can get a gain. Whoop. Try to spin them out, but you can get a gain of about 4 yards. Let me emphasize this again. If they shade underneath, your table route, your out route won't be an option. Sometimes your curl route will. It just kind of depends on how the computer's playing. I've had days where they play, I've had days where they don't. So you just gotta be aware of how they go and play it. So you can see right there, that time we have the curl route open. We've got a running back on the little check and release, but if we put on the turbo route, I have noticed this practice mode for some reason, he likes to play the curl route a little bit more. So we're gonna get rid of this insta shed crap, get us a little more time in the pocket. You can see right there, dot to our tight end. We see it, well, we gotta throw that earlier, but we get bailed out right there. But as long as you throw it on time, it's gonna be easy. Now in a cover two, we'll switch over and we'll show you guys the reads on that. In a cover two, the reads are pretty much the same thing as if it were a cover three. The adjustments are the exact same as well. You either want to put your running back, if you have the option on a table route, it's faster. If you don't, you can put him on a wheel route and it gets out there just as quick. But the reads are going to be Cook, Thomas, Ted Ginn, Smith. Pretty much you're looking for whoever is going to be open. There's going to be somebody open at this point. Cook is money. A cloud flat will not guard him long enough to pretty much keep up with it, and you can always take Alvin Kamara as well. So let's just go ahead, run this bad boy. We're going to look for our tight end. We're going to get insta-shedded, aren't we? Nope, that pocket press is in. We get bumped by a vertical hook, but who cares? We're going to run it in for almost a touchdown anyways. Sometimes the game's going to be stupid like that, and the vertical is just going to constantly bump your tight end all the way down the field. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Let's get rid of these insta sheds, and let's see, Ted Ginn Jr. should be open as well. So you can see right there, dot for a gain of about 6 yards. Now right there, he gets pressed by a linebacker. So again, hopefully we can get a little more time, get a little bit. Oh no, we get insta shedded. But you can see we've got our tight end wide open on the sidelines. I'm gonna go into instant replay for this one. I don't get it, doesn't work in game like it does in practice mode. I wish it did. But right there you can see our cloud flat's gonna bail. It will bail right here and come down, and that'll allow our tight end on this corner out to get wide open as well. Now you notice that this vertical hook plays this curl route pretty good, but on the other hand, same thing as a cover 3. When that corner route or post route is about to cut inside, you've got a really tight window, though you can't fit it in there, right underneath this middle linebacker that is in a mid read. Now please lowball that, don't bullet it, because if they're using this, it's a lot easier to user lurk a bullet pass than it would be to lowball it. As always, we've got our taper route open as well. Our out route is open. You just got a low point past that as well with LT, and you can see it's very easy to do. Now, again, they shade underneath, you take over the top. It's just a really simple read progression. You've got to see what your opponent is doing. If they're going under, you go over. If they're going over, you go under. It's really simple to do, and too many people make that mistake. So again, one final time, let's see if we can get this corner out. Give us a little more time right here and get this corner out fit in. So corner out will be open. You just gotta get the time. Oh my word, they're playing like their life depends on it. But right there you can see we get the dot to our corner out by our tight end. Very easy to do. Now to kind of top this off, we're going to go into cover 4 man coverage. You can get away with it. We'll show you there's a separate play I like to go against for man coverage, but you can still make it work. Right here against a man coverage, what we need to do, and this is what I was talking about, you need to have Michael Thomas or somebody that has good route running in the slot. He needs to be able to break off of his man because we're going to put him on a corner route. Now the primary reads here are Smith on this curl route every single time. Ted Ginn Jr. is also an option. We're going to go ahead and set this up the same. Alvin Kamara is going to be bagged by man defense, so don't look for him ever. Cook, same thing, unless you have a good route running tight end. But against the DB, he's going to be fairly well bagged. So let's go ahead and make the reads. You can see right there, out route, gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards. Curl route, low point past that. And again, putting Michael Thomas on a corner route should give us a little bit better separation. We'll see how good of a separation it gets. Right there you can see curl route wide open, corner route is wide open as well, as long as you do a pass lead to the outside. Now, Drew Brees does not have the best pass lead. If you guys want a better pass lead, I suggest going with Aaron Rodgers. That then limits you though to hot routes, and so you can't get as many out on the field with the Green Bay Packers. So just kind of keep that in mind. Again, out route, curl route, wide open, corner route, you can see open as well, though it is a very, very tight window, and it's kind of risky if they click on. If they got a good click on game, it's more likely going to be a pick. So I suggest staying away from that and keeping it simple with the curl route and the out route. So let's just look for the curl route now. You can see low point past that, dot for a gain of almost 10 yards. It's probably going to be like 2nd and 1 or 2nd and inches. So that's cover 2 man. That's just man defense in general, how you can beat it. Next, we're going to be going into a cover 4. So we're going against cover 4. Reads are the exact same as if they were to be a cover 3. Cook, always open. Depending on how that... Oh my lord, we just get manhandled by Myles Garrett. But you can see our tight end wide open. Please, for the love of everything Madden, don't insta-shed me. We got a double team. Don't tell me you're going to disengage double team. Oh, here we go. Dot. You can see right there, that's a perfect example of when the hook curl does not play the curl route. I'm so happy that finally happened. That shows you guys how it works. It's really easy to do as well. And it's kind of just reading how the CPU is going to react. Right here, we're going to set a double team and slide. Prevent this insta-shed. You can see right there. Tight end. Wide open for an easy dot as well. It always just kind of depends on how that CPU plays. If that CPU hook curl doesn't play it, or if the user doesn't play it, for example, then you can just take that curl route every single time for a guaranteed yard. A guaranteed first down if you keep spamming it again and again. So with that being said, that's going to take care of this video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 1,000. I'm saying fluff 500. We're going all the way to 1,000. I want to hit that by the end of this year. And so if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, this has been T-Meister. Get in the lab. See ya.